Eddie, 12 days ago you learned of Pulev's pulling out. What did you do then?
I went to my knees and I started banging the floor
Okay.
and doing this with my head. No, you have to have a plan in place. You have to keep a cool head and just take a breath and say, okay, let's deal with this now. Obviously, we'd already spoken to Chris Kirchie and scheduled Carlos Takam to box in Monaco next week, on the understanding that if Pulev pulled out, you'd be ready to step in. Obviously, he never expected to get the call. We never expected to make the call. But straight away, I called Chris Kirchie. They accepted the fight, and in an hour, it was all done. Press releases, post the changes, and it's important to act at that speed, especially so close to the fight.
Yesterday at the workout, he went full all in. He threw a couple of
I know.
punches like crazy.
I know.
And he was sweating all over.
Yes.
He seems to me like a better substitute than Pulev.
I think so. I mean, the Pulev fight would have been very cagey, very awkward, and I think as soon as Joshua hit Pulev, I think it was over. But Takam is like, and he's durable, but he has a high work rate. He can punch. He's aggressive. It will be a much better fight for fans. But he's going to get hit by Anthony Joshua. So, can he take that? We know he has a great chin, but this is a different kind of speed. This is a different kind of power. But Joshua's already said, great, I can't wait for this. Let's have a war. And I'm thinking, oh no, just relax. So I expect a great fight, a tough fight. And people in boxing know that this is a good fight. This is a tougher fight than Pulev. I'm not saying he's better than Pulev, but it's just a tougher fight than Pulev.
And we have Dillian Whyte against Hellenius. Thoughts on that?
I think it's a great fight, a very important fight to the heavyweight division. Both guys looking for a shot at the world title. Dillian is number 3 in the WBC. This fight, I think, will take him to number 1. He wants Deontay Wilder, he wants Anthony Joshua, he wants all these big fights. But Hellenius is huge. He's here to win, and this is a very, very good heavyweight fight.
Deontay Wilder isn't so keen on fighting Dillian Whyte.
Not surprised.
Why?
Because he's very good, he's very tough, he's a nightmare to fight because he doesn't stop coming. So Dillian Whyte, Wilder wants the champions. He doesn't quite have the profile yet to really make those fights as big as they can be, but fights like Dillian Whyte can put him in that position. So what I'm saying is, come and have a record payday against Dillian Whyte. If you beat Dillian Whyte, the fight with Anthony Joshua becomes huge in comparison to how big it is now. So for me, it's common sense. For their team, it's up to them. But we just, hopefully, if Dillian Whyte wins, he becomes mandatory for the next time for Deontay Wilder anyway.
Wilder earns $1 million in his next fight. You offered $4 million. He won 7. Is he pricing himself out?
Of course, yeah. I mean, look, I know the numbers like the back of my hand. I know exactly, virtually to the cent, how much is in that fight. And if I paid him $7 million, I would lose $2 million on the fight. So, it's very easy to pluck a number out of the air, but you need to know your value. But you have to look at the longer term picture as well. And the longer term picture is the winner of that fight can go on and fight Anthony Joshua in a mega fight. So you're not just fighting for that purse, you're fighting to increase your value. It's not being disrespectful and saying, oh, you must fight. I'm just trying to build the fight and make good fights in the process.
You're bringing matchroom boxing over to the US. There are a lot of competitors that don't like that much.
Yes, they don't like me.
Ludmilla said what he's doing.
Yes, I know, and Richard Schaefer, but it was the same in the UK. When I started in the UK, no one wanted to help. Everyone was trying to block. We dominated there, and I expect to dominate in the States. I'm not naive enough to think we're just going to walk in and take over America. It will happen, but it will take time. And I'm a threat to these people, Lou DiBella, Richard Schaefer. They don't like it, but they have to get used to it. And I'm happy to work with Lou and Schaefer, everybody. But I get the feeling's not mutual. But tough luck. We'll just see what happens.
What are you doing differently?
I think I'm bringing something fresh to the game. I think I'm building a social media promotion and perception and hype of major events. It's a night out. It's an experience. If you come on Saturday, you'll see it. It's not like people sit down to watch a bit of boxing. It's people are dressed up. There's more women coming to the events as well. There's music. There's great fights. It's a different atmosphere, different culture. And again, that may take time in America. It's not just going to roll up and on November the 11th, people looking around saying, wow, what's happened? But in time, we'll get it right, as we got it right here. And you'll see from the events we're putting on here, it's a different kind of atmosphere. It has to be a night out and a fan-friendly experience.
One question to the WBSS. There's the last quarterfinal on Friday in Germany with Rob Brandt and Jürgen Bremer. Who do you think will proceed?
Don't know a lot about Rob Brandt, other than he's an undefeated, really a middleweight rather than a super middleweight. Skillful, but Bremer, one thing we don't know is how he'll feel at 168 pounds and how much heart and desire he has left. You know, he's made some good money against Cleverly. He got injured, but really, did he want it? There's a lot of money on the table for the WBSS, so maybe that will motivate him a little bit more. If he's still fit, if he's still motivated, if he still has the desire, I expect him to win on Saturday.
Thank you very much.
No problem.